the sun. We take it for granted, don't we? We wake up, and there it is, a bright ball of warmth and light hanging in the sky, never questioning its place in our daily lives. It has always been there, offering us warmth, life, and rhythm. Its rays touch every inch of this planet, bringing growth to the trees, warmth to the oceans, and the spark of life to every creature. For us, it's so constant that we can forget its power. Every sunrise marks the beginning of our day, and every sunset, the end. It is a quiet presence, a comfort, but that familiarity can breed complacency. We might never stop to ask, what if it were gone? What if the sun suddenly disappeared? In a moment, it would all change. Not with a blast of cold or an earthquake that rattles the ground, but with a gradual, terrifying silence. For just a brief moment, you would feel it, the sunlight start to fade, as if a great shadow is passing over the earth. A fleeting moment where you look up, and the familiar brightness that has always been there is gone. You'd still be able to see, but it would be different. There would be no sunbeams glistening through the trees, no golden glow on the horizon. Darkness would settle in, not with a flash of fear, but with a quiet, creeping certainty that something is terribly wrong. The air, once warm, would start to grow colder, but not instantly. The temperature would dip slowly at first, almost imperceptibly, before it becomes undeniable. The chill would settle deep into your bones. In just 8 minutes, the sun's warmth and light will fade. It will be gone, and the world will fall into an unnatural, cold silence. The earth will begin to experience what it has never known, the absence of the sun. The change begins to hit with terrifying speed. You might think you could endure it for a while. After all, we've always lived on a planet where the days grow cold, where the seasons shift. Winter will come, but it always ends. This time, however, it's different. There will be no spring, no summer, no warmth to look forward to. The world is locked in a permanent, unrelenting freeze. Within hours, temperatures plunge unfathomably fast. The heat that was once a given begins to disappear. Within just a few hours, the air would be bitterly cold, sub-zero, colder than a harsh winter. But it's more than just physical coldness. It's a numbing sensation in your soul, a deep, unshakable chill that strikes at the very core of your existence. You can't escape it. You can't hide from it. The first night comes, but there is no comfort in the darkness. It's not just the absence of light. It's the absence of life itself, the thing we've come to depend on to bring the world into focus. The air grows colder and heavier. And then, something else happens. The earth begins to change in ways we could never predict. The loss of the sun's light and warmth is not just about the cold. It's not just about a day turned into an eternal night. The very fabric of the universe begins to unravel. The sun does more than shine. It holds us in place. The Earth's orbit, our very existence, depends on the gravitational pull of this enormous, burning star. Without the sun, the Earth no longer moves in its familiar, stable path. It would be as if a car suddenly lost its steering wheel. No longer held in place by the gravitational forces of the sun, Earth would drift into the cold abyss of space. Aimlessly, forever. And yet, it's not as dramatic as one might think. The Earth wouldn't go careening into some distant galaxy. It would simply float, drifting like a lone, forgotten piece of cosmic debris. The sun's absence would create a void, a terrifying nothingness in the place of what was once our predictable world. There would be no quick end. We would drift further from the warmth, further from the life we knew, forever moving away from the thing that gave us everything. Without the sun, life as we know it is doomed. Plants, the very foundation of all life on Earth, cannot survive without sunlight. They begin to die, slowly at first, and then faster as the days pass. The food chain unravels, piece by piece. Herbivores that depend on the plants for food starve. Carnivores that hunt those herbivores follow soon after. In just a few short weeks, the Earth will be empty. The forests will stand as frozen skeletons, devoid of the life they once nurtured. The oceans, the great, life-sustaining bodies of water, will freeze solid. The waves will still, the currents will halt. A frozen wasteland replaces what was once a vibrant, moving ecosystem. And we, the creatures who have walked the earth for thousands of years, find ourselves powerless. We cannot stop the change. We cannot reverse it. There is no escape from the slow death of every living thing on Earth. The atmosphere, the very air we breathe, begins to suffocate. Without the sun's energy, the planet's atmosphere no longer serves as a shield or a protector. The air, once filled with the lightness of life, becomes heavy. Oxygen molecules begin to condense and freeze. Water vapor becomes solid ice, falling as frozen particles, dusting the land in an eerie stillness. Every breath you take becomes more difficult. Your lungs, desperate for oxygen, struggle to find what once came so easily. The world becomes a prison. You cannot survive without the air you've relied on. But now, even that is turning against you. But humanity, resilient, inventive, would fight for survival. We'd find ways to survive, not above the earth, but below. We'd dig deep into the planet, creating artificial shelters powered by geothermal energy. We would rely on technology, the last gift we have, to generate warmth and light. We would create synthetic environments, but even with the best technology, the harsh reality would set in. We'd survive for a while, but we know the truth. Every day spent in these underground shelters is a day we are no closer to finding a solution. We are living on borrowed time. The sun may be gone, but the shadow it cast over our planet would remain forever. And we would have no choice but to accept that, as long as we survive, we are living in borrowed time. In the end, time itself would become irrelevant. Earth would drift through the dark, cold expanse of space, a frozen, lifeless rock. The oceans would become solid, the land a frozen wasteland, untouched by life. There would be no movement, no sound, no life. The sun would be gone, and with it, the life that once flourished here. We would be nothing but a memory, a fading echo of something once beautiful, an existence without purpose, without light, and without hope. What would happen if the sun suddenly disappeared? The answer is simple and devastating. Life as we know it would cease to exist. Our world, so full of life and promise, would become a frozen, lifeless void. A cold, silent relic of a distant past. But we don't have to imagine this. Not yet. The sun is still here. It's still warming our world, still giving us life. So, take a moment. Step outside tomorrow and feel the warmth of the sun on your face. Cherish it, because it's more than just light. It's the reason we're here. And as long as it burns brightly, so too will life on Earth. For now, we are safe. And with that safety comes a reminder to appreciate the beauty of the world we inhabit, and to never forget how fragile our place in the universe truly is.